Continue posts.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. You're welcome to today's webinar on the topic Thinking Outside the Paycheck. Unique strategies for boosting your income. I'm thrilled to be your host for this exciting session. My name is Enobong Ekarika, and joining us today is our esteemed guest speaker, Mr. Godwin Antigha, who is a seasoned entrepreneur and expert in alternative income strategies. Allow me to introduce myself briefly. I'm Enobong Ekarika. I'm a workforce effectiveness coach, and I have a passion for helping individuals, to unlock their full earning potentials. With years of experience in financial, in human resources, and the educational industry, I'm excited to facilitate this discussion and explore innovative ways to do what? Boost our income. Let me introduce our speaker, Mr. Godwin Antigha. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I introduce to you our esteemed guest speaker for today's webinar, Mr. Godwin Antigha, who is a shining example of an entrepreneurial success and visionary leadership. Mr. Antigha's journey, from student to thriving entrepreneur is nothing short of inspiring. Mr. Antigha is a graduate of computer engineering, from the prestigious University of Uyo, and he has not only excelled in academia, but has also demonstrated remarkable acumen from young age. Okay, and even as a student, Mr. Antigha has displayed innate talent for entrepreneurship, venturing into various business endeavors and generating income, through innovative strategies. And driven by his passion for technology and business, Mr. Antigha has established himself as a trailblazer in the entrepreneurial landscape. His ventures span diverse industries, from technology startups to real estate investments, and each of these has been fueled by his relentless drive for success and his unwavering commitment to excellence. Now, as a leader in his field, Mr. Godwin Antigha has earned recognition for his visionary leadership and his ability to do what? Inspire others to reach new heights of achievement. He's a firm believer in the power of education, mentorship, continuous learning, and he's dedicated to empowering the next generation of entrepreneurs to pursue their dreams and create lasting impact in their communities. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Godwin Antigha, who is an entrepreneur, a leader, and a true beacon of inspiration, for aspiring entrepreneurs worldwide. You're highly welcome, Mr. Antigha. So good to have you with us. Thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure, ma. Everyone, welcome everyone.
Thank you. All right, before we proceed, I will talk about this quote by Roy T. Bennett. He said, "Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind, but be led by the dreams in your heart. To live beyond the paycheck, you must move beyond the fears in your mind." And we are going to be empowered today to move beyond those fears in our mind and to be led by the dreams in our heart. And it's going to be very wonderful. Before Mr. Antigha starts, let me quickly give an outline, an overview of today's class, the agenda of today's class. One of the things you're going to gain, we expect that at the end of this class, every one of you would gain a deeper understanding of alternative income sources and their impact on your financial well-being. And you will also be able to explore a diverse range of creative strategies. We are going to look at a diverse range of creative strategies to boost your income. We are going to look at passive income investment to monetizing your skills and hobbies. So today we are going to learn from Mr. Antigha's expertise and insight as he's going to share practical advice and real life examples to inspire and guide us on this income generation journey. So get ready, good people, to think outside the paycheck and discover exciting new possibilities for enhancing your earning potentials. Without further ado, let's dive into our discussion with Mr. Godwin Antigha. You're highly welcome, Mr. Godwin.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you.
It's not about having ideas. But it's about making ideas happen. That is a quote by Scott Belsker. I welcome everyone here today to this wonderful webinar. We'll get to practically learn the little we can. And from what we see here, the very little that I'm talking about, it will amount to a very great thing. And
absolutely.
So you have to get ready, get your books ready to write down things, and probably your questions so that you may not miss them. We are fully ready to answer any question you want to ask, as long as it's within the scope of this discussion today. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
yeah.
Okay, before we proceed, I would like you to talk to us on the limitations of the traditional employment. What are the limitations of the traditional employment, and what are the reasons why we should explore alternative income sources?
Okay, thank you, Ma. First of all, what we see here is the limitation of traditional employment. First of all, you might want to ask, what is traditional employment? You know, from those days that our parents were, most times they will say you go to school to get a job. And probably for those who don't go to school, they can do the menial works and get some wages, hourly or daily, weekly or monthly as it goes. Your mind of going to school, coming out, finding a job to do, that is the normal trend, and that's what we call the traditional employment. And traditional employment, while providing a sense of security and consistent income, has its own set of limitations. You know, in as much as you are going to school so that you come and have work to do, probably to have money and take care of yourself, your family, your loved ones, even your enemies. Uh, you should know that in doing this, there's still limitations to such uh, channel of income, and it can
Sure.
stifle your financial growth and dependency. You know, you might really have all your hopes in one place, channeling to that one place, and it's not very good. Recognizing these limitations and understanding why exploring alternative income sources is critical for achieving long-term financial well-being. So while knowing that you are laying your eggs in one basket, and if it gets broken, you might be shattered. That's what brings about
Sure.
the mind or the thought of the diversifying your mind, your thoughts, everything to finding alternative income through everything that you have. I would explain that in details. I mean, through everything that you have, in a sense that there's nothing that you will do in this life that will not be part of what you had already been. So it's either
Absolutely.
you did not discover it yet, or someone has just tipped you that you are good at this. We'll come back to that. We talked about dependency on a single income source. I think I've talked about that. Lack of control and uh, autonomy. You know, when you are working for someone, when you are working in a firm, they give you terms and conditions of the work. Most times, those terms and conditions, they don't favor you. But because you don't have any other option, you just have to take the work.
Sure.
They will have to put you through stress, mentally, emotionally, and everything. You can list them just to get what they want.
Yeah.
Probably most of the time they don't even care about your own well-being,
Sure.
especially the way everything is. But then it's a shining light today that you can come out of it by
Absolutely.
finding an alternative way to bring about your financial freedom. And
Thank
we
you.
talked about limited growth opportunities. And with that, you can you can agree with me that if by um, having income from one source, I think with that you might not really be able to count yourself among the richest people in the world. It may be that that is not your target, but just to be comfortable. But I
Yeah.
can assure you that to be very comfortable in this life, one source of income cannot help you, and it it will string you because a lot of things keeps happening, and in such situations, you might be stranded.
Sure.
And that brings about the light of this seminar, so that you get to acquaint yourself with the things that can help you to
Sure.
stand firm especially in the economy of Nigeria today and the world at large. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Then the alternative sources. Why is it now important and very crucial for us to explore alternative income sources?
Exploring alternative income sources, just like I said, first of all, you might end up hearing me mentioning one thing over and over. You should get used to it and try and jot those things down because
Sure.
they are the very important ones.
Yeah.
Just like we know, exploring alternative income sources, it increases your earning potentials because I may not really have to talk much on that because you already know if you have another source of income, your earnings will come from two sides.
Yeah.
It comes from this side and it comes from that side. And if you have up to three or four, it might become, even if some may be very little, but it will still help in one or two things. You can
Yeah.
even use that to assign things to or in the house for married people. You can just say, okay, earnings coming from this side will take care of the feeding. Earnings coming from this side will take care of children's school fee. Earnings coming from this side will take care of other businesses, the three sides as it may. You also build resilience against economy uncertainties. Just like I said, economy uncertainty is just like what is happening now. You have food shortage all over Nigeria. For those of us who don't really like farming, we have really seen how it is. And for those of us who don't have money to buy, if I may want to say, my elder brother used to say, I leave that thing. Is it not people that have money and buy gari and it, even if I don't find, we have money to buy. And he
Yeah.
says that thing with confidence that he's making money. But what about you that you don't even have enough money to
Right.
probably buy the gari in the first place? Then you have to start thinking in the direction of the governor of Akwa Ibom State. I think from the news I have received today, he has given either which day, 2 days. It's a farming holiday. He has given 2 days. I can't really remember the days. 2 days for farming holidays. So those 2 days, no civil servants should come to work. They should use it and go to their farms and take care. I think that is also what we are talking about. Even the government themselves, they have recognized this problem. And they also know that by diversifying the income source in agriculture can also help the government in also fighting these food shortages. So who are you then sitting down thinking probably one source of income is then good for you? Another thing we can say is you gain flexibility and autonomy. Just like I said before, if you get to probably work for yourself at the end of the day, you can decide this is what I want to do at a certain time. This is how I want to do it. This is where I want to be. You can allocate time even for your own personal growth. Like you also assign time for you to learn or probably do other courses online that can also better your life. But if
Absolutely.
you are working for someone, they are the ones who decide all those things for you. And even if you apply for leave, that leave might not even be enough. Some companies have it like once in a year, some have it quarterly, some have it once in 6 months. And you can see such time is not even enough
Sure.
for you
Yes.
to use it to think about. If you are a family person, all what you'll be thinking about is how I've missed my children, or let me go and see them. Or you will not even have the time. So for singles, it might, even your parents or your siblings, you might also want to use it. That's why December is always very choking for most people who are, yeah, working, because that is the only time they kind of like, okay, everyone go home, go and see your family. But if you are a business person, you can travel anytime you want because it's you. You have that autonomy to make or be flexible in doing anything.
Very
You
true.
can also see that exploring alternative income source fuels your personal and professional growth. Just like I said, i- in growing, some of these things they are not free. Most of them they are not free. Unlike what we are doing today, free. Most people buy information. They use their money and they buy the information they need. Just like the concept of this webinar. Some people you have to pay before you can join. But then
Yeah.
if you don't have the money, probably your earning from the one source is not even enough for you to even buy garri and sleep this morning or this evening. How will you start thinking about paying for courses online to learn other skills? No, it will not be possible. And you will not even have the time because the work you are doing might have gotten all your time. So having your own or an alternative income source can also help you to be independent in that way by also having time to develop yourself both in your career too. Thank you very much. I hope everyone is with me. Hello, is everyone here? Okay. All right.
Hello, Mr. Godwin.
Yes, ma. Welcome, ma.
All right. Thank you so much for your patience. We had a little bit of a network glitch. Thank you, everyone, for holding on. So, Mr. Godwin, thank you. I know you talked about the limitations of traditional employment and why we should all explore alternative income sources. Can you tell us the concept of so what's this concept of thinking outside the paycheck? What does it mean? And what's the principle behind it?
All right. Just like I've already said, thinking outside the paycheck comes as a result of you finding that financial freedom. It's a shift in mindset away from relying solely on the traditional jobs for income. Instead, it encourages people to seek out new innovations way to generate wealth while also achieving financial stability and growth. Uh, at
Right.
its core, thinking outside the paycheck involves embracing the following principles. There are things that you have to look at. Now, The first thing there, we can talk about diversification of income stream. What does this mean? Rather than depending entirely on the single paycheck from traditional job, individuals seek to diversify their sources of income. This involves supplementing earned income with passive income streams, such as investment, rental properties, royalties, and now let me explain this. You might be working. Now, the money you are earning from the work might not be much, but you start doing savings. Start doing savings. Now, from the savings that you have saved, you use it and you establish yourself with another business. Some people might open food provision shop or food item shop, or some people might go ahead, some men may go ahead to buying clothes to go and sell in the market, probably the days that are free or weekends. They find a market that is close by. Some may sell shoes. Some can even go ahead and even go into farming too. Some can invest in farming, just like what we have said. So from this little thing they saved, and they have invested it in this other business. At the end of the day, you see that the income from this other business will come, and from this other business or this work you are doing will still come. And you see, the income will not be one way again; it will now be two ways. And you see, the workload, as in financial problem in the house, it will be eased because you have the income coming from two sides now. Now we talked about entrepreneurial mindset. You adopting an entrepreneurial mindset entails recognizing opportunities for income generation outside of traditional. Just like we know, when things happen, you get to sit down and start thinking, what can I do to salvage this situation? I think some people might say that it is hardship that brings about innovations. Because
Yeah.
when things are hard, people will start thinking, what can I do? What can I do? So people will now sit down and say, things are hard. What can I do to probably get out of this? You know, I said something about that. Everything that you need to know is in you. It is at that point that you start thinking about the you in you. You start thinking, what can I also use my hand to do except going to the office and writing books or submitting one thing or the other or answering questions? I think that's where some girls, I can still remember back then in the village, when my sister used to plait hair. Some of you know how to plait hair very well. With these things, you can make money from it. Some people
Sure.
will tell you, before, I know some of us will say, even at the course of this webinar, we should talk about jackparing, like leaving the country. You should fly out of this country. Yes, but then most people who are there will still advise you that before you come over, learn this. Probably learn how to plait hair, learn how to make hair, learn how to drive. I think those are the main things. And learn how to barb hairs for men, driving and barbing of hair. You know, learning those things, having that entrepreneurial mindset will also help you. Because at times you might not really have the time. Probably you were working, I don't have the time to. Probably before you had that job, you used to barb. But when you got the job, you just neglected it. I can tell you can still go back to it. You can still go back to
Sure.
those small things you used to do. And with it, you can come up with other income that can also help you. I can still remember my landlord. He used to work for handset, but once he comes back home, he will come and barb. He has a barber shop in his house, and he will use that probably for the whatever income that comes from there. Use it and food the bill for the evening. And you see, everyone smiles, and everyone is happy. You see, another thing
Fantastic.
there is continuous earning and adaptation. Thinking outside paycheck requires a willingness to continually learn, adapt, and evolve in response to the changing economic landscape and emerging opportunities. Yeah, A lot of things keep happening. We that all of us we know we are all in Facebook. Facebook is like bringing the whole world to one place for us to see, and we have the opportunity to see a lot of things that has happened. You have seen a lot of changes in the world, the things that you could not believe. Things you could not believe. I remember seeing myself as seeing people selling ready stew. Do you know what that is? Ready stew.
Tell
They have
me.
to like cook stew and package it and sell. All what you need to do is like probably just go and prepare meat, just remove it and put it in the stew and eat.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
still a way of making life easy. It is someone that sat down to think about that. I've seen where they have started packaging gari, the combo. How do we call it? My fluted berries and my sweetener. That's how I used to say it. They package it
yeah.
and make it a pack. So that once you just go to market, you don't have to buy granola, buy sugar. Just that one pack contains everything. So you see,
Hmm.
things in life keeps on happening and you need to also adapt. We know that before now we do not even have phone. Talking to people through this type of medium, it wasn't there. It's either you have to travel far and away, come and meet one place before. And some people will say, this is your
Yeah,
thing that you are doing. Yeah, it's witchcraft skill. I don't want someone to. Yes, there are rules to you using these things, but you still have to learn. You have to learn. You don't have
sure.
to sit on a bench and look at everything happening. So you have to embrace everything that is happening. You also adapt to it and also go on with it. But I have to use this opportunity to also enlighten us that most people who are into these things, they don't even want to learn. They just jump into these things, stuff like social media. You, just imagine you go to a market and you start probably, how would I say, you start talking to people anyhow in the marketplace. When people come online, probably to social media, and you just come and see a post, the next thing you start commenting because you have seen a post or you want people. That is not man. There are rules to these things. There are rules, so you need to
Yeah.
learn. You need to learn. Adjust yourself to these things. Get ideas about how
Hmm.
these things work and what if you do this and do that, what it will bring. So you also learn about that. Now embracing innovation and creativity. Okay, I've talked about financial resilience and independence. By diversifying income stream and embracing entrepreneurial endeavors, individuals can build greater resilience and against economic uncertainties and achieve greater financial independence instead of being solely reliant on paychecks. They have multiple streams of income that provide stability and security even when times are hard in terms of adversity. Now look at what is happening in
Okay.
government. Some states they are crying that their state government have not paid them. They have not paid them gratuity. They have not paid them how they used to call it pension. They will cry a lot. But then they were working. They were actually working. If they had thought of diversifying their income, the income they have, probably investing it in different things, learning new things so that the money can also come from them. Probably after their work with the government, they would have been still relaxed and money will be coming from those places and they use it. They will not even bother, even those who are in service. If you get to establish yourself, you will not even bother about the salary. You will not even have to depend on it. You can just leave it there. Anytime it enters, it enters. If it doesn't enter, you still move on. So that
Fine.
is one thing you also need to add there.
Okay. Thank you. And then why is thinking outside the paycheck really essential for financial stability before we now go to those strategies to actually, you know, make this money, multiply our income? Why is thinking outside the paycheck essential for financial stability and growth?
If I want to start, to enhance income potentials, just like I've said it over and over again. I said there are things I will say over and over again. So you just need to pick points. You enhance your income potentials. It's just like probably you are planning to buy a car, and what you are earning in the government or in the work you are doing in the next 5 years, it will not give you that. Even if you save, it will not give you that. Now, instead of
Yeah.
you probably saving to buy the car, you can start saving to make or to create another business that can also bring another income. Then you save again, you
Sure.
can establish another business that at the end of the day, you see income coming from three sources. Now, buying that car that was far away like 10 years can reduce to either 5 years because you had established yourself and the income that come from one side is no more from that one side. It's now two sides. By diversifying income stream and exploring alternative avenues for income generation, individuals can significantly increase their earnings potentials compared to relying solely on the traditional jobs. This allows for greater financial growth and accumulation of wealth over time. This is what I'm trying to say. So you can
Thank you.
see. Now, we talk about risk mitigation. Diversifying income sources reduces reliance on a single source of income, thereby mitigating the risks associated with job loss, economic downtimes, or industrial disruption. This provides a safety net and enhances financial resilience. At least for those of us who are still alive and those of us who have joined this webinar, we remember exactly what happened in lockdown, COVID-19. After COVID-19, even within the COVID-19, a lot of people were laid off. A lot of people. And
Yeah.
Nigeria has not remained the same since that time, since that 2020. No,
Yeah.
from one crisis to the other, from one government to the other, is still bad. It gets worse. But there are people, even if it be that most business had frozen, most business had frozen. But for those who had already established themselves in these businesses, the income they had was enough at least to cater for the needs of the family for that period. But for others who were only people that depend on when government will pay until, I think that's what brought about the issue of the palliative, of which I don't know if you received. We did not still receive it. If you had also been there waiting for the palliative, I think by now hunger would have killed you. But then,
Finished you.
yeah, because government at some point they think everything for their own value and or their own interest, even when they seem to portray that they are doing it for your own interest. Okay, if that palliative was really for everyone, why didn't it come out clean? Why didn't they drink it out even at that time? Even as I'm talking to you, that palliative is still stored somewhere, and some government will still go. Some people are still using it in their house as if
Sure.
the
Sure.
COVID-19 affected only their family. You see, you cannot
Yeah.
depend on such places. You cannot even depend on it. You cannot. So you
Yeah.
have to now work on your own to mitigate this type of risks that may come or may arise. A lot of people kill themselves because they could not cope with the hardship. But then, that is how it is.
All
Opportunities
right. Thank
for
you.
wealth creations. Now you can also look at, like I said, if you get to diversify your income source, it's very easy for you to start making or to start being rich. Because if you are the person that probably you leave your house to climb bike, you go to council, probably local government council, you work, you come back every day. That's what you do. You cannot compare yourself with someone who comes back from that work and branches his or her shop in probably medicine shop or any supermarket that he had established. At the end of the day, you cannot compare yourself. And if that person has like two to three shops, you will see that the wealth accumulation by that person or from that person cannot be compared to your own. So you see
Sure.
flexibility and autonomy. We talked about that. You see personal fulfillment At the end of the day, most people at the end of working for government or any establishment, they come home tired. They come home unfulfilled, like they beat themselves that they have not achieved what they needed in this life.
Very true.
It will create some sicknesses that even the money you don't have cannot even solve. So when you get to diversify your income source like this, it helps you to also my dear, you sleep or you just lay down all the night without sleeping. You will think everything in this life. At the end of the day, you develop sickness, and that's not good for you.
Thank you so much for this foundational work. That was amazing. Now let's go into the meat of the day. Types of unique strategies for boosting your income. I believe you have a truckload of ideas for us on how we can actually boost our income. So please, can you proceed with these types, enlightening us, empowering us, guiding
All
us?
right, ma. Thank you very much. After all the talk, I say something about you. Developing the you in you to be you. I think this is where it boils down to. No, we talked about the creative side hustles, things that you can do attached to the main work that you are doing to keep you moving. If we have loads of them, like we can't exhaust the list. It's much, but then
Absolutely.
let's touch the few that we can. If some of us have heard of freelancing, some in some newspapers you can see them there, in some magazines. But now that everything has gone digital, there are websites that offer that service. Freelancing means you offering yourself to work for people in as much as you are capable of working for them. You can work for more than one person, two persons, depending on what you know you can do. Offer your skills in writing, design, programming, etc. So most of us we are very good readers at home. We can read a lot of books. I know our facilitator there here talked about this book. If you can check, it is called Atomic Habit. If you get
Yeah,
your time
yeah,
to read
yeah.
about this book, you will learn a lot of things about it. But then, after reading the book, do you only develop yourself? How do you use what you have read now to make good use of it? Not just knowing the stuff or having it in you, but you have to now practice it, practice what you have learned. Now, if you have that zeal in reading, you can channel it into making money. In websites like Upwork or Fiverr, they offer those services. People that write books, even books like this book, after writing the book, they will need someone to proofread it. Proofreading means you going through that book, read it line by line, you correct all the English, the grammatical error or spelling errors. They will have to, not now that probably AI has emerged, but then they still rely on the um, human workforce to do it perfectly. So in that angle, they will employ you. They can just send you the book, you preview, or some they ask you to review the book and send to them. They pay you. They can pay you per hours, they can pay you per day or per month, per week, depending on your agreement. So they can also ask for designs. When we say design, some people will always think it's something like AutoCAD, like we have to do building design. No, even like this book that I've showed to you, someone designed the back cover of this book. And I'm telling you, this the person that designed the back cover, he earned a lot, huge. As long as they continue selling this book, the person that designed the back cover of this book is also earning. So that is the aspect of the design that I'm talking about. That probably there are a lot of us that are how do you call them, graphics design here, but we are only doing that, especially like in Aquarium here. We are only doing that in Epic Plaza and probably in schools. But you forget that you can also put this skill. You can move it forward. You register in Upwork or Fiverr, and you write your profile, write your resume there very well, that you do this or you do that, or you program. If you had the time of learning how to program, write program, how to design, develop apps, companies of all sorts can seek your service. They employ you to write. They will send you to say this is what they want. They send you the work, you start doing it. Once you deliver it accurately, they will write a review about you and say, this person is very good. That particular one review can give you thousands of customers or clients again. That is it for freelancing. Online tutoring. Online tutoring. Uh, I can see when I mentioned it, I remember myself back then, say 10 years ago. After my secondary school, I still remember I used to teach math, English, physics, and chemistry. Probably that is really the science subject that people leaving secondary school want to write in JAM. I do prepare them for the JAM classes. Imagine that now. I can open a YouTube channel and say I want to teach mathematics or physics. I send the link to secondary school. There's no secondary school as a student that doesn't have a phone now. In their homes, in their hostel, they can go in there and learn a lot. Probably their teacher may not be able to teach them very well. Students are different. They can learn from different people, but they get the idea from one person. This person can teach you, you don't understand, but there are some other person understands, but this other person will come and teach you. So they get to study online like this, and the service you offer. If you go online, something like YouTube, all the YouTubers can tell you this. They earn a lot. All those videos you used to go to YouTube and watch, those your data, those people are earning.
Yeah.
And one thing I need to remind us here, the essence of this webinar is not just to come and tell you these things. We have people who are doing this thing live. So if you, after this webinar, you are interested in any of this, hit me up or meet the facilitator. It will get to me, or you can link you up with those people. She
That's
can coach you on some, I can coach you on some, and I still have other people that can coach you on some. It's not just to come and tell you all these things, and we have those people, those things laid down for you. So anyone you feel you can do, then you can see it. So you know how to do a lot of things. Some people know how to cook. I know most times money poses the threat. You can buy a phone and say, I need my phone to be 100 megapixel. What do you use the camera for? Only to go and stand in the field and snap and post on Facebook, happy Sunday. Is that all? No. That's not what you bought the phone for. That good camera, you can use it. I can even shock you that the webinar we're having, I'm using my phone. It's not, you don't
wow.
have to, you are not supposed to buy good cameras and good setup like you used to see on the YouTube before. You start from somewhere. And once you save money to buy a good phone, like, you have to make good use of it. Make good use of the money you use in buying that phone. So this is one of it. So you can, so many things. Some of you know how to cook very well. You can do a tutorial on how to do local dishes. People will follow you. If you remember, if you know someone in Facebook, how do they call it? The Baptist Kitchen. That guy cooks local dishes, and that's what he does. No one, I've not seen anyone doing that type of a thing. And look at the followers he has. He doesn't concern himself in in all these continental, he goes down to the earth, like he brings himself down to the main village cooks, and you get to learn and probably go and try it at home, and you enjoy yourself. So if he had been there just thinking, I know how to cook, only entering his kitchen and cooking and leaving it there, he wouldn't have made the money he's making.
Yeah.
So you know a lot of things that you can teach people. If you don't know how to set up yourself to making those videos or raising yourself, we are here to guide you. We talked about photography. I will briefly just jump into this one. We do this one a lot. We go to wedding, probably mainly I see this in church. After church service, I have one guy in my church. The guy knows how to snap. Everyone will want him. Even if I have my phone, I will give it to him. Those days they will come and collect my phone to go and snap. Yeah, after snapping, I will go and wait. They will finish and bring the phone back. Why do they need this guy? Because this guy is good in positioning camera well to blend with the light, the sunlight and the environment, and it will give you just perfect shots. Look at this
Wow.
guy, he's doing it, and we have people like that. So why don't they now make that a profession, probably a side hustle? You know, you are very good at photography. You can start with a phone. There are apps on the internet you can download and use them. After even shooting those pictures, you edit them. Someone can even pay you for that service. It's not necessarily you have to go to the studio, you have to buy a camera. Not that you will not need it in future. You need it, but starting with a phone, you have even seen a lot of tutorials teaching people how to use a mobile phone to make all those photographs, even videos. I've seen some adverts they use only phone to make. They use phone to shoot those videos, and very, very classic. So you know yourself to have gotten this type of talent. Why are you wasting it? It's not until you sleep and they tell you in your dreams, my son, you have the talent of shooting video. Go and no, it doesn't happen that way. So the next thing we talked about is pet sitting and dog walking. Most of you do see people especially on Saturdays, you walk with dogs on the road. There are rich people that have those dogs because for some of us, we might not even have enough money. I'm not here to demean any of us, but you don't have enough money to feed yourself, let alone feeding dogs. So those rich people are there, they have those dogs, and they need people who can take care. I know some of us, we have phobia for those things. Personally, I love pets. I love animals. Goats, dogs, anything. I love them. I don't cats. I like them, especially when they are very, very tender. Even when they are big. In my compound here, I have a very big wild dog. But the way if you come and see the way I play with the dog, you will not believe. I can walk with the dog outside. We can move. So if you also have that passion for things like that, you can also apply. You know, I know things happen. Even as much as you be afraid, dog used to bite people. Even those who are driving on the road, they have accidents. So what will you tell me? There's risk in everything you do. There's risk.
Yeah.
So you just have to calculate your own and know what you can contain and move. We talked about blogging and vlogging. Blogging here talks about you writing things, share ideas about something. And while you do them, you create websites. That's when even those who design websites can come in. You can pay them to design the website for you. Then you start writing things. You can write things even in health, in medicals, everything, lifestyle. You can write a lot of things. There are some people who are very good in storytelling. You can write storytelling. Some people will come there and read the stories, and even those who have problem at night sleeping, they can even come to your page, read the story until they fall asleep. That is very good. And before you know it, spending time in that your website, you are making money. And there are some people who make videos about, like the other day, this one just happened yesterday. I was still having trouble where to buy some stuff in Onitsha main market. So I had to ask some people. I went to some pages and I asked the question. Some people had to tell me that everything I need is there in that one market. So I had to go to YouTube and type. Lo and behold, here is a video. Someone making a video of the whole Onitsha main market, showing you
Wow.
everywhere that everything is sold. So tell me, Is that not money? I went to YouTube and I watched it. Going to YouTube to watch that video, the person that made the video is making money, and that's how you do it. Crafts and handmade goods. I so much do know that some of us are very good in craft making, especially those of us who grew up in the village. We are very good at making something out of nothing. I happen to know one girl who is into knitting, this cloth knitting. She has the machine for knitting, and that is very fantastic. If you see what she does, you can never believe that is made in Nigeria. So you get you in your spare time, you can have a lot of customers coming. When you come back from work, you just sit down there, you just need those clothes, and give extra money enters your hand. Rent out your space. Fortunately, there are some of us who were fortunate enough to come to the earth with the probably meeting their fathers that had a lot of wealth or probably things like that. And you still have spaces left and probably things like that. So you can rent out those spaces. There are some people that need space to do club to just build for bars, and there are some for car wash. They will need just a piece of land. You don't sell, just rent it for them. Other than you allowing the place, you cannot even cultivate it, but you allow it to be like that. And it is your land. Just rent it out for someone to use and do car wash by the roadside, and probably all those
Hello, hello, Mr. Antigha. Okay, while we are waiting for Mr. Antigha to come up stage, to come back online,
this you can.
you're welcome. Please continue.
All right. We can talk about social media management. Just like the Facebook we are using now, you might not really have time to be sitting down to respond to messages that people send to your page and all those things. So people and those groups for them. So all what you need to do, they will send you probably they'll tell you what to post in the day you post, and when people send comments, you reply them with this one, and that is big money. People pay people for that too. And we talked about affiliate marketing. A lot of people see affiliate marketing as MMM. It's not MMM. It's not multi-level marketing. Affiliate marketing. Probably I want to add digital affiliate marketing. Well, affiliate marketing is the general term. Chinese companies do this a lot. You see those people that used to walk on the road, coming to your house, telling you they have supplement for you, they do this. That is affiliate marketing. Those Chinese companies, they are the owners of those supplements. Now, people now will have to go and register with them. When you register with them, they will tell you if you sell probably 5 cartons of this supplement, you have 10% of whatever you make from here. Or probably some companies can even go as high as paying you 75% or 50%. I am speaking from experience. That's one of the things I do presently. You affiliate with those companies and you advertise their product, and that's what is even happening. Most of those people you see online, you can just be scrolling your Facebook and you just see an advert popping up that you should buy a rich watch, or probably all these Android watch or smart watches. That smartwatch you see is not directly from the company. Someone that is advertising it, probably running ads for you to see. And once you use the person's link, you click the person's link, it will take you to where the real owners are. And from there, you buy it, you pay the money to the real owners. When you pay the money, now the owners now will now send the percentage to the affiliates. And that one, you do it digitally. But when they walk around in the street doing it, that's one, you do it um, physically for you to see. So it's the same thing. Now you see house cleaning and organizing. I remember one girl. She was a student. I did not know such work exists until that time. I think that time I was still in my either year one or year two. Then she told me that she used to go to people's house and cook for them. I was like, how?
Wow.
You cook? Is it you like? Are you working for them monthly? He said no. That she has a lot of people that when they want to cook, they will just call her, tell her what they want to cook, and she will sit at home, write the list. They will ask them, what is your budget? They will say she will write the list of everything and send to them. They will check the list and say it's okay. Then they will send the fund. She will go to market, buy those things, go to their house, cook, put everything in the fridge, clean their house, then go for that day, and they will pay her for that day. You see,
Wow.
people like work like that exist. Mm. So even if for you to
Yes.
just go to a house, even if they want to pay you monthly or weekly, anyhow, or daily, you can do. A lot of people are very good in planning events. Some people may come and seek your advice. Say, I want to. That's what people do. Mostly in marriages these days, they will come and find people to plan their marriages for them, and that is for free. Whereas if you go to big towns like Lagos, event planners they collect huge sum of money for you to plan the event and make it a success. But we
Absolutely.
have incorporated the traditional way of bringing. You see people by their, probably you see good people. You know, okay, this one thinks very well. This one used to talk very well. I see this one as a. Then from there, you bring all of them together and say, please, you people help me and plan my marriage. Instead of you going to pay. Yes, that's what people do. But actually, event planners for big events, you can start small. It can even be in end of the year party in schools. In end of the year party in schools, they can even take you as a MC. Some people are very good in talking. They can make you laugh. Some people are very funny. They can just take you as an MC. You go and work. I remember my brother calling me, say he went for an MC work somewhere. I say, hey, my brother, are you this creative? He say, yeah, that is how life is. I said, kudos, that's good. So you don't just have to sit down at home when you are hungry and ask for urgent 2K. Yeah, if you ask me, if I have, I will send to you. But if you ask me the second day, if I don't have, please don't crucify me. I don't have. But if you can think of something that can give you that urgent 2K, say I will not give you the fish, but I will teach you how to fish. Then I will teach you how to do fishing. I think that is the general thing we used to hear. We hear gardening and landscaping. You see, most people when they build their houses, probably they plant grass, and when they are not even around, those places overgrow. You see those people with those grass cutting machine. That's their work. That's landscaping. You can just go there and clean everywhere. The flowers, they make it very fine. And at the end of the day, that thing might not even cost some of our guys anything. It might not cost them anything. Just get a little money, buy the, I don't know, the agriculture equipment you use in cutting the flower. You get, probably you can even go to someone to teach you how to also use the machine. You can rent that machine if you don't have money to buy. You can rent it from someone. You get that job like one or two or three places. You save enough money. You also buy it and keep. Anytime you have chance, someone calls you for that work, you go and do it. That one is urgent. Just enters your pocket. You can even use that and also lick ice cream. It's not until you work in government house before you have money to buy ice cream. So you can also take good care of yourself. So a lot of
Sure.
people go into driving. I said something about um eh, people giving people advice that before you travel out of Nigeria, you should learn how to drive, learn hairdressing and all those things. Some people they may want to do big boy or big girl. Having money to even fuel the car is a problem. But I can tell you that car that probably your father he had an old car that is not, you can take it to a workshop, have some money, fix it. Put it, if you don't know how to drive, you can take someone, employ someone to do it. Use it as a boat rider. There is money in that business. Uber, Bolt. That's how it is.
Sure.
So you learn, girls do it too. There is this girl in Akwa Ibom that is driving keke, very, very popular. There is no one that will see her that, even if you were walking, you'd not even want to enter keke, just to motivate her. You just enter the keke, drop me there. Simple.
Fantastic.
I can still remember once I do see one woman, one elderly woman like this. She used to drive around to you. I think the woman is now ageless. She cannot do it again. One, and not even taxi, bus. And you see it. So that at the end, I think that those things they used to say, what a man can do, a woman can whatever you used to say there. That is a bad. What I'm telling you is that everything you need to know is in you. You can do it.
Yeah.
So I said something about meal prep, meal preparation and cooking classes. That you can go to people's house and help them cook. By that, you can even use your phone and also record, set it well, and also do the recording of some of those things. And even if you want someone to be recording, you record and also post for people to also see what you are doing. From there, they will learn from you. And you also watch other videos. You watch other videos and learn from people and also use it. Probably you tweak your own a little and make it classy. And that's how it is. Some people go into fitness. Someone like me, I think later last year, I registered in a gym. How much did I pay? I went to that gym, they collected 5,000 naira from you. But in that gym, I heard that in some places they are collecting 15,000, 20,000, 30,000.
Yeah.
Do you see? That one doesn't even take your time. It's only in the morning and the evening. No one will really want to come to the gym in the afternoon. Before you even go to your main work, in the morning, people will come, just show them. Say, this is not how to lift stone. This is not how to lift this weight. This is not how to do dumbbell. This is not how to squat. This is not how to do press up. This is not how to. You just show. That is just what you do. They just bring the money. And once it is time, probably 9, 10, you close, you go to your work. You come back in the evening, you continue. And that is a good source of money for you. Repairs. Some people are very good in repairs. I can practically tell you that I did not really go to a shop to go and pay someone to teach me how to repair phones and laptops. But I can proudly tell you that I do that too. So I repair phones, I repair laptops, I can even repair your radio and all these electronics. I still have. How did I do this? I had friends. I had like 3 friends who were all repairing phones and laptops. I had to leverage on that information. Once I sit down and see what they are doing, the next time I will hear someone say he has a problem.
Hello, Mr. Antigha.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Our
You're
facilitator
welcome back.
gave us a quote on fear. Some of our problem is fear. Most times when you want to do this thing, you be thinking, can I even do result from this? I can tell you, before I could probably tell you I can repair phones.
Okay. While waiting for Mr. Antigha,
I'll spoil people's laptops, and that is at my own cost. Hello.
hello, please proceed, sir.
For that,
All right.
you're welcome once again. Just like I said,
Thank you.
you don't have to be afraid of anything. Fear is your number one enemy. If you become afraid of anything, you will never even want to make an attempt to solving any problem. If I had always been afraid of spoiling people's phone, I wouldn't have ventured into phone repairs. And even when it got to a certain point, I knew that, okay, this is what I can do and this is what I need to do. Now I can proudly tell you, bring your phones, bring your laptops, I can fix them. At least they can be fixed to some degree. Those things that can be fixed, because even in human beings, once you are sick beyond what the hospital can do, we leave you for God. So that's how it is. So you learn how to probably do those things. I think the other day in my office, I had to go and buy carburetor. The gen carburetor had problem. I had to go and buy the carburetor, and I was fixing it myself. One of my staff asked me, "Sir, is there anything you cannot do?" I say, plenty. Oh. I don't even know how to do anything. Please." And that is because I keep my eyes sharp into learning all these things. I can bet you I know how to plait. I can plait your hair very well. I learned that one from my sisters too. So it's just that I've not really had the time to say, okay, let me really develop on it. No. How to sew clothes. My sister sews clothes. I know how to sew it too. So all this patching in the house, I have the machine there. I know. Even one tailor even had to even beg me to come and I should not pay any money because he saw what I can do. I should come and be in the shop. I knew that I would not have the time for it. At least the ones I had time for, I was doing them. So you also learn from, it's not until some or you have to go and pay money. But you see those opportunities, you leverage on them. And over time you see yourself being very good at those things. We talked about podcasting. Podcasting has to do with probably for those of us who are very, very religious, you can start doing biblical podcasts, teaching people, just sending audios, some are videos, uh, to people. Do you record it and keep? Once they just go, it's for them to just listen to those things, and they will come up, as in every day you come up to listen to those things and keep on posting. And as long as you are posting those things in those podcast platforms, you get paid. So you don't have to be afraid of anything, because once you start envisioning this thing, once you see any opportunity and you know that you can catch it, it is very, very possible. It is that dream, that very particular dream that is in your brain that you have focused on. You can do it. Just like Eleanor Roosevelt said, the future belongs to those who believes in the beauty of their dreams. So it's only you that you have that belief that it is your dream and you have to make it come out. So once you are able to do that, you've count yourself a victor. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now let's quickly look at passive income streams. Maybe since they are outlined, you may not explain so much on it, but please help us enlighten us on other passive income streams. Thank you for enlightening us on these creative side hustles. And now we are looking at passive income streams. Please tell us a little bit on it. Could just highlight the
All right.
points that you.
I will have to rush a little bit on this, but I'm very sure you can make your own research on these things. Some passive income streams that you can think of is something like dividend stock. You can buy stocks in any company. You don't have to just put your money in the bank. That's one of the problems we do. Go and read about the history of banks to some extent. You will understand that banks is not really for you. What they think about you is not what you think they are thinking about you. So you can just, instead of even saving that money there, you can also invest. You can buy stock in that particular bank that you save the money. So, and as the company or the banks and other companies, even Coca-Cola, Stout, or any company you can think of, those people have stocks that you can also invest in. As they make interest, you can also have interest, and they will send it to you. Real estate investment. Some people have money. Like I said, don't save it in the bank. Once you have money, you see someone that wants to sell a land, you can buy it and keep. In 2 to 3 years, if you have to sell that land again, you will know that the market price will appreciate. And that's you making money from there. Peer-to-peer lending. You have money and probably your friend needs money to start a business. If you can come to a very good understanding and tell him, okay, this money I'm giving you, at the end of the month, you are paying me this particular, and you people are true, you sign, you can even bring a lawyer, you sign those things. At the end of the month, you have your interest and the person goes, and that's how it moves. Uh, that's how
Fantastic.
it moves. You have bonds, invest in bonds, which pays a periodic interest payment to bondholders, providing it's almost like this thing we talked about, stock, annuity. You see annuity, you purchase annuity from insurance companies, which provides regular payment over a set period of or a set period of for lifetime, offering a reliable source of passive income. If you understand something about how do they call it, pension, it's almost something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are doing something like you are doing insurance. You know that at the end of the year or at the end of your work there, you can now go back to whatever they are saved for you. So see royalties, earn royalties from intellectual property such as books, music, pattern, or trademarks, receiving passive income from licensing agreements or sales. That one is simple. You can jot those things down and make a research on them. Probably get back. Affiliate marketing. I already talked about this in broad view. A digital product. You create and sell digital products such as ebooks. This is the same thing like I said about probably some people can do it in the form of podcasts, some people can do it in the form of blogs, and some people can do in ebooks. You write a book. I think Amazon KDP, I think that's what they do most. So you can also join like the Amazon KDP, write books, post there. And once someone comes and see your book, you can buy it. Once he buys it, you have money. Your online courses. Just like we said, you can run online courses. You can run online courses, and with that, it will really help you. You can do YouTubing. You can monetize your whatever idea you have. Just we had talked about that. YouTube channels, podcasts. We had talked about that. Drop shipping. We have to talk about this in a little bit broad view. Drop shipping has to do with it has to do with you buying something from the company and selling to people here. Now, this is what happens. This is what happens in drop shipping. Just like what you see in Konka, Jumia, Amazon stores. What those people are doing are practically drop shipping. Even AliExpress, if you have heard of, or Alibaba, those are the websites that you can buy. Or this is what happens. You go to those websites and you own a store. You just go there and register. They will give you a store. This is what you want to venture into. When we want to do fashion or probably technology, you want to sell phone, laptops, or anything, even cars, anything. Now you own a shop and you look at what you know you can, the business you know you can run. You post in that your store that you have a phone, this particular phone, you put your own price tag. That's why if you go to Jumia, you type the name of a particular phone, you will see that same phone with different prices. Those prices you see are from different stores. You understand? So this is what happens there. Those people, they don't, it's not like they have, some people who have physical shop can also do that. But most people there, they don't have the physical shop. This is what they do. When you place the order, they will now in turn probably order it from China at a very cheap rate. And they will put your address there. So those people will ship it directly from China to you. And once they ship it to you and you receive it and you confirm that you have received it, the company, probably the Jumia now, will now confirm that the person has received the goods in good terms and nothing has happened to it. They will now send your own, it's almost like affiliate marketing. So they will now send your own commission to you into your own account, and that's what we call dropshipping.
Fantastic.
You see a lot of people.
Hello.
You see a lot of people. Yeah, sorry. You see a lot of people go into that. Some people can order those things and bring them live, like they bring them to the physical so they can go to AliExpress or Alibaba and buy those things and bring to a physical shop at a very probably a cheap price, and they increase the rate a little and sell for you. That's what drop shipping is. So we
Okay.
talked about print on demand. You sell custom design merchandise such as t-shirts, mugs, or phone cases. This one happens everywhere. You see, you can even bring your picture. You take it to probably people, they have that printing machine. So they will just whatever you want to print.
Please, let's be patient while our speaker comes back online. Okay, while waiting for our speaker to
You
come
can
back.
own such a company, print those things, print on mugs, cups, or glasses for people, a diversified source of income also. All these things, if you really need she's very good in these things. She will guide you. Contact her. Selling stocks photos, license your photo to stock photographs. If you go to Google and type Obama, if you type Obama and click on images, you will see some images that come from Getty Image. That particular website, that is their work. Getty Image, they will watermark it such that you cannot remove their watermark from that picture. So anywhere you go, someone will know that they were the ones that posted that picture. And before you use that picture anywhere, especially not in Nigeria, that there's no law, I wouldn't want to say. But like in the US, before you use that picture, you have to meet them and they approve before you use that picture. And with that, you like saying, I am the photographer. Okay, they say photo credit. That's how we used to say it here. When you go to my wedding and you post picture and that picture is fine, you say photo credit, photograph by, you write the person's name. That is what the same thing. But in this one, you pay before you are allowed to use those things. Rental income from equipment. We had talked about this. You rent your stuff out. Website monetization. I think that is what is happening in Facebook nowadays. Facebook have now monetized these people. Twitter have done that. You can also monetize your own blog. Those people who own those blogs, they don't just own them. They accept adverts. You run ads on those websites, and that is also generating income for them. For those of us who are money driven. So with all these things, it might look too cumbersome. Yeah, you say, these things are too plenty. I don't know which one to go. Yeah, I know. But the only thing you need to know, according to Jordan Belfort, the only thing standing between you and your goal is a story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. That is it. So when you keep looking at this thing as being a very big thing. If I have to share a little about how I started my establishment, it's a very good story that at the end might end up probably being happy or crying because it wasn't easy. But if I had just been there looking at, I can still remember even the phone repairs. It wasn't easy task. I would leave classroom immediately after lectures, piam to plaza. Let me go and hustle for my urgent 2K. But if I had said, my students, after this class, I will be tired or will be hungry. You see, the only thing standing in your way is that story you keep telling yourself that you can't achieve it. But right now, we are here to tell you everything you think of is possible. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you so much. In fact, I believe every one of us is having more than enough options, more than enough list of things to do, to live beyond our paycheck. Thanks a lot. And now we're going to look at ways to monetize our unique skills. I know you've mentioned some of them, but these are just some more, 20 more ways. So this class is very in-depth, and the essence is that at the end of this webinar, nobody should have an excuse that they don't have money in their pocket, that they are hungry. That means that there are some skills we have that we can actually monetize. Please, can you enlighten us on those skills?
All right. Welcome once again. I said there are some things I will re-emphasize. Um, Monetizing the skills that you have is even the hallmark of all this thing, because you can have a skill and you decide that you will not even do anything about it. You will just stay like that. Someone like me, I know how to sew, like I said, but then I probably is because I'm having some other thing that I'm doing. I have too many things in my hand. But then something like teaching. There are some of us that are teachers. Yes, you are a teacher. You are a teacher in either a lecturer on a particular course or a particular subject in secondary school or in tertiary institutions. Yes, you can also use this opportunity while you are offering an offline classes to your student. You can also offer an online classes to the netizens. Everyone in the internet, they can learn from you. I don't mean to advertise someone here, but someone like a Progo doctor, if you happen to listen to him, he's a medical doctor licensed, but he now channel it into making those videos you used to hear, and it will teach you a lot of things about all those things you used to believe that they are not good for you and they are good for you. It will now enlighten you about them. So most of us here, we are very good at everything we know, but we just died there. That's how it is. You just kill it there. So bring it up to the tech space and make money out of it. Online courses, or like I said, is still the teaching. A freelancing service, we talked about that. Consultancy. Yeah, you can consult someone about something. I do consultancy too. If you want to buy a phone or a laptop, I have idea about these things. So if you call me now, I will tell you, okay, probably you want to buy these things. What do you want to use phone for? What do you want to use laptop for? You tell me this is what you want to use. If you want, tell me you want to use it to run Revit or any graphics application, I will tell you this is the specification you will need. What is your budget? If your budget is not enough, I will give you a professional advice. Instead of you using this money to buy a system that will not give you what you want, keep the money and make it up to what will give you what you want. And that's consultancy. So you can also, someone can consult you in that way, in any field that you are. Just let someone know what you are doing, what you are good at. I always tell people, that's why as I go ahead and buy food, and I will tell you, endure with it. You did not tell me before you went ahead, and I would have given you the advice on what to do. And that's what we call consultancy. So you see coaching, just like teaching. Some people can coach you in a lot of things. We have coaches everywhere in the internet. They coach you on, some people are coaching people on forex trading. Some people are coaching people on, there are too many things. Anything you can think of, you have coaches there. You can also offer it to other people and make money out of it. Now, something like artistic creation. I happen to also know someone. You know, when we were talking about craftsmanship, something that you can use your, yes, sell your artwork, handmade goods. I have this guy that use strings and nails. If you happen to have my number and you check my my status, my WhatsApp status, you will see I've posted him. The guy uses only strings in how do we call it? In Ibibio. This rope that Aboki people use in sewing your shoe. He uses that thing alone, and he will use that and make your photograph exactly even better than pencil drawing. The guy is very good at that, and he does it very well. Can I tell you how much he's charging? It's not something that will cut your head, but if you get to do that thing and you get it in your wall, it's something you cherish forever. And I'm still trying to, he has made a lot, like he has made a portrait of the governor, Udom, Governor Omoeno, Governor Babio, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Yeah, he has done too many. The one of the commissioner for information, Comrade Niemebe, he has made, if you go to his page or his this thing on Facebook, you will see most of those things he does. I've never in my life seen that type of thing. It was from him that I learned that such skill exists. So most of us are there knowing these things, and like I said something about those knitting, cloth knitting, you can do them. Just post them. It's not, those phones you have is not for you to post your Sunday pictures alone. Post what you do and let people get to you. Music lessons. I happened to go to a friend's house and I met someone there. The girl is a student. I happened to listen to what this girl, like the voice that came out of her mouth, it was so melodious. I was like telling her, why don't you start making money with this? This is so lovely. You are wasting this talent. This girl produced what even I don't know. It was like those voices I heard were not real, but she did it there live, and I see talents like this, you don't even have to hide them. You can even sing those songs and post them on your status. The video, so like WhatsApp now, you can record video, audio and post. So someone that has money that can develop you in that music career can just slide into your DM and start telling you things. Would you want to? And before you know it, you are the next Messi Chinwe. How do you call her? And you start blowing. It's not more than that, my dear. So stop hiding what you know you can do. Photograph service, like I said, I talked about that. Fitness trading, I talked about that. Cooking, baking classes, we talked about that. If you are very cooking, someone like me, cooking is my hobby. I love cooking. According to the book, the only thing you take home is the food you eat. So you cook well and you eat well. Cook good food. So if you're being very good in cooking, I'm even considering one of these times probably to retire. My house one day and move on with it. It's life. So you get yourself with these things. See, like I said, the revelation may not come to you in your dreams before you know. But as we are talking now, scanning your brain, and you are looking at yourself, what is that thing that I'm talking about? You is for you, from you, and everything just coming from you. So it's not coming from anywhere. So language lessons. I happen to venture into this thing too. Language lessons. I see myself as not knowing more than probably English, Yorubas, and Igbos. But then I not it, but I switched to Latin,
Wow.
Germany. I learned those things, and there is an app that I use in learning those things.
Please
I
mention the
can, if
app.
I was very serious with it, by now, I
Please, let's hold on for our speaker. I think there's some network glitch.
pardon ma.
All right, you're welcome back.
If I
Hello, Mr. Antigha. Okay, while waiting for Mr. Antigha to be back, we've talked about this. We are right now talking about how you can monetize your skills and hobbies. There are things you can do effortlessly, and these very things can make you money. That's why he had talked about teaching, tutoring, online courses, consulting. Please, let's be patient while we wait for Mr. Antigha to join us again. He talked about consulting, coaching, artistic creations, music lessons, photography services, fitness training, cooking and baking. We've also talked about, okay, we were talking on language lessons. Take advantage. I can tell you that where you are, there are people in that town, in that village that actually needs to learn that language. Okay? You can make money from teaching people your dialect. Teach online, teach at home, gardening, landscaping. Okay, Miss Antigha, you're welcome back on stage. Please, can you continue? Please proceed, Miss Antigha.
thank you, ma. Sorry, people. We had a network problem here,
You understood.
so it's one of those things we see. Uh, Thank you for staying. So if I had enough time to really practice, I would want to tip in this. There are some people which is once they go to a place and hear people speak, it will not take them up to 2-3 months to catch up with that language. You see this type of trait in you, just know that you them very well, just practice, know them very well, and start offering the service online. Call people to teach them. A lot of people, even before traveling outside this country, that have scholarship in China or in Japan, have to go and learn that language first, like 1 year probably. But if they happen to learn from you, going there to learn again will not even be if they can include that in their CV or whatever, that they know this language. And that is an edge for them. And you are the one that offered that service. So that is it. Gardening and landscaping. DIY, do it yourself workshops. There are a lot of things we can do by ourselves. Small things at home that we can just craft out, and it solves one or two problems there. I talked about pet services, event planning, tech support. This tech support can be in terms of tech support in a company. Probably when they have any problem in their system, they will just call you, say we have problem in this computer or in this phone or in this telephone, or just come and fix it. You just go there, fix yourself temporarily, like you are a contract staff. It doesn't affect what you are doing. Just go there, fix it. Or probably you fix time for them to go and do. Tell them keep all those things unless it's very, very, very urgent. Just jump in there, fix that stuff, and go out again. It doesn't cost you a thing. The travel planner, those people who do booking, you see, a lot of people offer that service. They like booking for people, they for you, and we talked about crafting workshops. There are some people who are doing beat. These people who do wrist beat and probably necklace, probably waist. That is a craftsmanship that you can practice, especially for female. I have people who are really into it and they are selling good. If I tell you how much those things cost, you will not believe me. But you just require your little time, and you will be seeing small money that will come from it, and you'll be amazed at the end of the year that this is how much you have really achieved. We talked about life coaching too. Life coaching, just like what we are doing now. This is practically coaching. We are now coaching you to being whatever that you want, telling you these things exist in you, and with this big about yourself. Because at the end of the day, when you sit down to probably look at these things, and I'm not sure I can handle this thing. What if I go and start this business or this a provision shop? Like I said, I end up eating everything. You know that that's business and everything in there. Or probably you say, I will go and lose that money. But until you try, you will never know whether you will risk or you will lose that money in any risk. In a world that there's changing, that is strategy that is. So if you really want to fail, probably it's you not making that attempt in doing anything. Just sitting down there and pitying yourself every day. Say, how I wish, continue wishing. If wishes were, we always know how that one goes. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Antigha, thank you so much for telling us how we can work with our, talents, hobbies, how we can make money from it. And now we are in the age of technology. I believe with technology, we are being fully empowered, to do so much more. Maybe we can just list, we will take our time to understudy these ways that we can leverage technology to generate income.
All right. I most of these you will hear I've mentioned them before. Konka, AliExpress, and all those things. Shopify, WooCommerce, and BigCommerce, and all those people. You go there, you own a shop or a store there, and you like probably go shop make use of the technology, leveraging. That's the meaning of leveraging on the technology. We talked about affiliate marketing. You see these people walking on the road selling those supplements, but you just do your own online. You advertise it online, and that's from where you don't even go anywhere. That is when people say you work from home, work at home. You don't go anywhere. You just sit at the comfort of your home and work. You earn money, and that's just it. You stay at your home and you do all these things. Like the digital product, you create uh, those courses. You make all those courses in books, and you advertise them. You post them. Probably like that Amazon KDP. You do it. It's the same thing. App development. You develop it and you go to probably like uh, Apple Store or this Google Store, how they call it. You go there and post it. Just let them know that you have this particular app and this is what they do. You register there and everything. As people download those apps, you are making money. Mm. That is how it is. Software as a service. You build and sell software solutions online and tool. So people like you see software as a solution. This is when we are talking about if you have uh Google account. If you have Google account, you will see that they have given you free 10 gig storage. You know, they've given you 10 gig storage. 10 gig, if you want to buy a memory card of 10 gig here, you know how much it costs. You know. But Google is offering you that for free, and that's their software offering you that space for you to save your document there for free. And nothing will happen to you. It's not like memory card that will get damaged one day and everything is gone. You just save that thing there, have the password, everything that access that place, and that goes it. And that is how you offer such services. And some people offer that service and you pay. Some people they can give you up to 100 gig, but you subscribe. You do monthly subscription to those things. A lot of people do it because they don't trust this physical storage device again. So they leverage on the cloud storage, and that is software as a service. Freelancing platforms, we have talked about this. Content creation, you create contents about whatever you know. Even if it is you are sewing clothes and you also want to post how to cut a particular design and how to sew it, you can make the video and also post that content. You have created that content. Digital marketing service, just like we said, this affiliate marketing and digital marketing, some is the same thing. So the affiliate one, this one, but this digital one, you are doing it online. You are leveraging on technology at this point to do the marketing. Web design and development. You know, before this time, people used to come to people's shop. You have to come to your shop or your office and tell you, okay, you know how to design website for me. But once you go to Fiverr and Upwork, post your everything there, tell them someone will chat you up. You sit down. Even a lot of our guys, what is giving them money now? I can proudly tell you, I have a course mate that the guy is earning nothing less than 3,000 US dollar every month from web design. That is what he does, and he's in Upwork and in Fiverr. So when he has a client, he just deliver. Once he delivers, they pay him hourly. He posted something the other day and I saw it. He's being paid $24 every hour that he works for you. Do you know how much that is in Naira? So you remote consultant. I talked about consultancy. So you see, they can put a video call or meeting. You tell people on how to go about things. Virtual events. You can do webinar just like what we are doing. Most people, like I told you, before you allow you to join this type of webinar, you pay. But this one is free. At least to create that awareness for everyone. You do podcasting. You can do podcasting. Just like most of these things, remote tech support. Yes, people do call me. Just like one of my friends the other day, he called me and said, I've not been able to open my OPay. What is wrong? I told him, okay, open the OPay and place a call. Tell me what is happening and I will tell you what to do. That is remote tech support. I give him that support. you solve the problem, and we are all happy. Online tutoring, I've talked about this also. So you leverage on technology to maximize your profit in these areas. So as simple as it is. So you have to probably look at what you have. When you look at what you have, you visualize how you can probably solve these problems using what you have. According to Robert L. Swart, he said the entrepreneur is essentially a visualizer, an actualizer. He can visualize something, and when he visualizes it, he sees exactly how to make it happen. And that is it. So you just look at the possibilities that are all around you. Most people, I'm telling you, I can probably tell you the phone I'm using now, I borrowed money to buy it. It's very radical thought. Yes, very, very radical. Very radical thought. But I knew what I would use the phone for. It wasn't even up to 3 months. I made the money I collected to buy the phone because I knew that that's what target it. Things like this, just probably the classes that we have like this, if I did not have the phone, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So it's not just for you to buy it. If phones were just for you to make calls, we would have gone for Nokia Touch and we place the call and it's done. But we know that there are higher things. The reason why this phone is very costly, the reason why it is 40 megapixel, 200 megapixel, the reason why you have water resistance phone is not because they know that you will enter rain. No. There are some people that can go inside water and make videos and post for more clarity. And they know that you can go inside water and with your normal camera, it will not enter water. But with phone that is water resistant, it will enter water, you make that content, you come up with it, people like it, and you make money. And that is how it is. Thank you very much.
Awesome, awesome. This has been so amazing, so engaging. I wish we can. I would love to appeal for another session with you, Mr. Godwin Antigha. It's been so amazing. Please, we just love you to take possibly a couple of questions. Please, our dear audience, you can drop your questions in the chat box. Let's just take 2 questions for our speaker. Let's just take 2 questions from our speaker, maximum 3, and we call it a day. We will sure invite Mr. Antigha back again for a much more in-depth time together. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Antigha, this is a question. Said, what are some common misconceptions people have about alternative income sources and how can they overcome them?
Well, just like we have talked about this, I think one of the misconceptions people have is risks. They say this thing is risky. I don't want to lose my money. And some of the things people hear, they think is MMM, is fraud. Yes, those things exist. But when you have the right information from the right source, it will be very easy for you to, and that is the purpose of something like what we are doing. So if I think I happened to go to Facebook once and someone, the popular Kwabon person, Ogayene, he posted, our fellow affiliate marketers, please, how do you people do it to come and teach us here? And the comments I saw there, I was just laughing. A lot of people, as in 95% people, they were saying that affiliate marketing is a scam. Do you know why? It's because of who they met, how they went about it, and probably the platform they went to. You know, they say information is power. When you have the right information, I think at this point, you will ask me, how do I get the right information? I've told you, if you happen to be in this webinar, you are lucky because we will tell you the right way to go about it. And I can even tell you, if you lose your money, let me know. I can even tell you I can refund your money. Like if this the deal I put you up to, and I'm that sure. If I know that that thing will not work, I can never advise you to start it. So a lot of people have common misconception that alternative income sources are risky or realistic. However, with proper research, that's what I'm trying to say. With proper research and planning execution, many alternative income opportunities can be just as stable and lucrative as traditional sources. So, like I said, just try and make a research. It's not just once you hear something, you just jump into. No, even if it is a website. No, there's one thing about this. You can hear something about a website that is doing this, that is doing that. I'm very much aware. Most of us are falling victim to it. They say, invest 500,000 or 200. You can start from 5,000. And as the day goes, they will give you tasks to do. And when you do those tasks, your money will increase. And most people that will start that thing, it will not be up to 1 month. They will come. They will also invite me. I will just look at it and laugh and tell them, me, I know this thing will crash. It's what has been happening in Nigeria. I know this thing will crash. So refrain from it. They will not want to believe. It will not take up to 2 weeks, maximum 1 month. That thing will crash. Your money gone. So if I happen to advise you on things like that, it means I know it. I've lost money in these things before. I was once I take risks. So I have studied most of these things and I know the one that works and the one that doesn't work. So
Thank you so
that is it,
much.
man.
Okay, our last question, though we have a lot more, but our last question for today is what advice you have for someone who wants to start thinking outside the paycheck but doesn't know what to do?
My advice would be to start by identifying your strengths, interests, and resources. Just like I said, everything that you have to be is in you. I think from the information you have gotten from this webinar, you'll be able to now identify what part in this life are you good at, what particular strength do you have, what particular interest do you have, what do you think you can do. Look for opportunities that align with your skill and passion from everything that we have mentioned, whether it's starting a side hustle, investing in alternative asset, or leveraging technology to create passive income. You see, we have talked about all those things. Seek inspiration from others who have succeeded in unconventional path, and don't be afraid to experience and learn from failures. No, the only part for you to know if you fail is for you to try. But until you try, you will not also know whether you will succeed. So
Absolutely.
you don't have to be afraid of your path to failure doesn't mean you are a failure. You
Absolutely.
doing something and failing in it doesn't mean you have failed in life. It's only a lesson. We have always heard of the story, even Mark Zuckerberg himself. If you follow if you hear him talk, he said he had built a lot of websites, a lot of things, but it's only this Facebook that has made him rich. So what if he had given up? The story wouldn't have ended well for him. So that is it.
Wow. It's been an amazing 2 hours. Highly packed, very wonderful time. In fact, we have explored unconventional strategies for boosting income and expanding our financial opportunities beyond traditional employment. We've discussed various alternative income sources, and this include, just like Ms. Antigha had taught us today, we learned about 20 creative side hustles you can take advantage of. We talked about 17 or 18 passive income streams. We talked about ways you can leverage technology to generate income. We have talked so much, and good people, remember that thinking outside the paycheck open doors to diverse avenues, okay, for financial growth and stability. A special thank you to our special guest, Mr. Godwin Antigha, for sharing his invaluable insight, his expertise, and real world examples. Your guidance has actually provided us with actionable strategies and inspiration to pursue our financial goals and with confidence and creativity. We are so grateful. Thank you so much, Mr. Godwin. We look forward to having you more with us. And as we conclude, I encourage every one of us to take action. This class will not be worthwhile if we don't take action. Let's utilize these strategies, like you've said. Taking action is what will, the real deal. Take action. Whether it's starting a side hustle, whether it's investing in alternative assets, whether it's taking advantage of your talent, advantage of your hobbies, take action. Take action, because now is a time to embrace innovation. Now is a time to diversify your income. So please stay connected. Join us same time next week. And you can watch the replay of this class on our Facebook page and also on our YouTube channel, Enobong Ekarika on YouTube. Thank you so much. I do have a wonderful day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma. It's my pleasure. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you. You've done mega. Thank you. Say bye-bye for now.
Bye bye for now.
Thank you.